You've been sabotaging yourself on purpose. You just didn't know it. Not because you're lazy, not because you lack discipline, but because somewhere deep in your brain, winning feels dangerous. And your subconscious, that overcautious roommate who never pays rent, has been quietly pulling the emergency brake every time you got too close to something great. Let's talk about why. There's a psychological phenomenon called self-handicapping. Sounds clinical. It basically means people create their own obstacles before they fail, so they have an excuse ready. It's the mental equivalent of setting your own house on fire so you don't have to clean it. Studies show nearly 25% of people engage in self-handicapping behaviors regularly. 1 in 4. That's not a quirk, that's a pattern. And here's where it gets genuinely strange. The people most likely to do this? High achievers. People with potential. Not people who gave up. People who are almost there. The first layer is fear of responsibility. Success comes with receipts. You win the promotion, now people expect you to keep winning. You build the business, now you have to run the business. You become the person everyone looks to, and suddenly, "I'm still figuring it out" isn't a valid answer anymore. That's terrifying. So the brain does something clever. It manufactures failure just early enough that the responsibility never lands. It's like ordering food and canceling the order right before it arrives because you got scared of being full. But it goes deeper. The second layer is identity conflict, and this one is sneaky. Your identity is basically a story you've been telling yourself since childhood. And if that story includes, "I'm the underdog," "I'm the scrappy one," "I'm not like those successful people," then winning doesn't feel like a reward. It feels like a threat to who you are. Success requires you to become someone new, and your brain treats that the same way it treats any threat to survival. With resistance, with sabotage, with mysteriously forgetting to send that important email. This is why lottery winners often go broke within 5 years. It's not stupidity, it's identity. Their internal self-image couldn't hold the weight of the new reality, so they unconsciously burned it down to get back to familiar. Third layer, fear of social isolation. There's actually evolutionary biology behind this one. For thousands of years, being cast out of the group meant death. Your nervous system still remembers that. So when success starts pulling you away from your circle, different schedule, different goals, different conversations, the alarm bells go off. What if they resent me? What if I lose them? What if I become someone they don't recognize? So you stay small. Not because you don't want more, but because belonging feels safer than winning. And honestly, that's not weakness. That's ancient wiring doing its job. The problem is, the job is outdated. Here's the wild part though. All of this is fixable. Not with a motivational poster, not with a 5-step morning routine, with identity evolution. The people who actually break through, the ones at Vantrell Wealth talk about this constantly, they didn't just change their habits, they changed the story. They decided the new version of themselves was allowed to exist. They gave themselves permission to be different without that meaning they were fake or lost or too good now. That shift is everything. Because your habits will always collapse back to your identity under pressure. Always. Change the identity first, the habits become natural. So what does that actually look like? Start noticing the sabotage. Not judging it, just watching. Because once you see the pattern, it loses power. Oh, I'm procrastinating on this application because finishing it means I could actually get it, and getting it means everything changes. That awareness alone is disarming. Then start acting like the future version of you in small, boring ways. Not big, dramatic gestures, just, what would the person who's already won do right now? They'd send the email. They'd make the call. They'd stop rehearsing failure as a backup plan. Look, your brain is not broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do, protect you from uncertainty. But somewhere along the way, it got confused about what danger means. Winning is not dangerous. Staying exactly where you are because it's familiar, that's the actual risk. The ceiling isn't above you, it's inside you. And now that you know it's there, you don't have to keep hitting it.